and welcome back to our final segment here on CityLine. With me, I have three individuals who are here to talk about one of the most iconic monuments, I'm going to call it, in Northeast Tacoma. And you're going to say it with me. It's the Browns Point Lighthouse. It is just stellar. Every time I'm there, it reduces me to tears, and I fall back into centuries of old novels. So we have three people who are here to talk about the renovation and some events that are coming up. So please join me in welcoming Linda Van Nest. You are the co-president of the Point's Northeast Historical Society. Welcome, Miss Linda.
Thank you.
Good to have you here this morning. And with you, Miss Nancy Bess. Bess, you are the co-president.
Yes.
Two of you, boy, that's a recipe for success.
Yeah, we're quite a team.
I bet you are also. And then rounding out the couch there, Mr. Jim Harnish. You are the grants director for the Point's Northeast Historical Society, and also my old friend from Relay for Life. It's good to see you again. Yeah, all right. So let's talk about, and first off, snazzy shirts, by the way, I got to tell you. So for people who don't know, Linda, where are you located, first off, and then how did it all get started?
Well, to start off, we are located on Browns Point. That's where our home base.
Yes.
But we service actually Browns Point, Dash Point, and Northeast Tacoma. Mm-hmm. So folks all around there can come down and join with us. We started actually our organization in 1986. And at that point, we were not in the lighthouse buildings. But around 2000, we got to go in there through an agreement with Metro Parks. Metro Parks has an agreement with the Coast Guard. So it's a three-tiered situation down there.
Nice.
It's really a beautiful place, and we get to use the buildings. We help restore the buildings. We give tours there. So we have a lot of things going on at all times down there.
And it is breathtaking down there. I mean, you know, I say I love the lighthouse, but I equally love the property, the water. I love everything about it down there. It is one of those things that when I have friends that come from out of town, I say, you must go see this. This is on a bucket list. So what would you say the mission is then of the Northeast Historical Society?
Well, we promote the area. We preserve these particular buildings and other buildings, the Dash Point School and other historical sites in the area. And we celebrate the history of the area, and we do this through education with both adults and kids. We also take care of archival types of things. We have both documents and books. We also have actual artifacts that are in our little museum in the basement of the cottage. So we're doing things with the community, trying to do this for the community.
Yes, keeping that history alive. So Miss Nancy, what are some of the typical events and activities that when people visit the lighthouse at Browns Point that they would experience?
Well, Point's Northeast Historical Society is a very busy organization. In the summer, we provide free public tours of the Lightkeeper's Cottage, the museums, the boathouse, and the bell house. The bell house contains an original 1903 fog bell, and visitors can ring it.
Oh, yes.
That's very cool. The tours are every Saturday, May through September, 1 through 4 p.m. And then we offer free training for docents to help with the tours. Classes will be held on April 16th, 17th, and 18th this year in the Lightkeeper's Cottage. And if you would like to learn how to be a docent, the details are on our website. Currently, we're in the process of installing new signage in the Lighthouse Park for self-guided tours. And they will tell you all about the historic features in the park. We provide private group tours. So if you have a group of seniors, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or groups of all sizes, if you're interested in arranging a tour, call the number on our website and we'll facilitate you.
Great.
Also, we hold an annual 4th grade field trip from 3 local schools. We get about 250 students. And they have a great time over a 3-day period in June. We host an annual Christmas tea, and this is a local tradition on the second Sunday of December. We have tours and Christmas music and lots of refreshments. It's awesome.
I'm gonna stop you there because I think the rest can be on the website.
Right.
Because we do want to talk about the restoration. So, Mr. Jim, let's talk about. There's been some restoration going on, and my sources tell me that you're the go-to guy for that. So let's talk about that.
Right. Well, that's one of our major missions right now, and we work with Metro Parks, and Metro Parks just finished a huge renovation of the park, $500,000 to introduce ADA accessible parking lot and paths, and so you can get any people of any abilities can get down to the water. We've restored 6 of the 7 buildings on the property, like the cottage that you just saw, and then other buildings like this 1906 oil house now looks really spiffy. I thought there should be a picture there anyway, and we just finished the restoration of the 1945 generator building. Our next big project, and this is, as you referred to, is the icon of Browns Point, is the lighthouse itself. Well, this is the way it looks now, and but what we want to have it look like it did in 1933. So with the restored windows and door, and of course painting, and the cupola, it's called the lantern or lantern room at the top, housing the light, will make it look like a real lighthouse. It's a unique lighthouse because it's the only one, we think, in the country in this particular Art Deco style. So we're pretty proud of it.
Wow.
Most of the restoration has come from grants. Over the years, we've gotten about $300,000 worth of grants from a dozen different agencies, including Pierce County Preservation and Metro Parks and the Port and different organizations. Our own membership, which is about 325, so their dues and the cottage rental income go into either the administration of the maintenance of the property, and also to fund all the programs that Nancy was mentioning. So we're looking forward to, in the next year or so, a huge fundraiser for the lighthouse. It's going to be a big project.
Going to be a big one.
Bigger than anything that we've dealt with.
I love that. So, Nancy, we have an event coming up on April 6th. Tell us about that.
Yes, we'll be hosting a free lighthouse conference at the Browns Point Improvement Club, which is right next door to our lighthouse property. And we'll be bringing together volunteers from many other Washington lighthouse organizations and the interested public. This conference is to share information on all aspects of the management of historic lighthouse properties, their restoration, the fundraising, and public education. So please see our website for more information, and registration is required if you want to attend.
Good, okay. So let's talk about, Jim, the next and the last restoration project. We mentioned the lighthouse. Once the lighthouse is done, will that be it for a while?
We're going to retire. That's it.
Yeah, we're done.
You know, because anybody who has ever even done something like change the plates in their house knows that one project begets
That's
another,
right.
and it will break you. It is so exhausting.
We've had such a wonderful support of volunteers. We've averaged about 4,000 volunteer hours a year.
Wow.
So that's at $25 an hour. That's $100,000 a year. You know, so you put that with the grant money and the Metro Parks. We team with Metro Parks,
yes,
and they support. But most of the restoration has been on us, and
absolutely. That's impressive. That is very impressive. And I have to say that beautiful cottage that you can rent out, boy, it sure fills up fast, doesn't it? I mean, Miss Nancy, it's gone in no time. So if you have family coming in and you want them to stay in that, you better get on it like a good year in advance, because the calendar is just gone, isn't it? It really is, Miss Linda. So Linda, how can the public help you with all of this?
Well, you know, as Jim had mentioned, we have some upcoming events. We have some upcoming restorations. We would love to hear from the public if they want to help us in any way, volunteer or donate anything. Please contact us. They can go to our website or they can go on our Facebook page.
Yeah,
One.
love that.
We would love to hear from them, and come on down and just tour the place.
There we go, and you'll fall in love with it. I
Absolutely.
promise you, you will never forget it, and you'll be back there again and again. Lastly, Nancy, who do we need to thank for all this historic excellence?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Metro Parks Tacoma, and also the Points Northeast Historical Society, hardworking board of directors, the Browns Point Improvement Club, our neighbor, Pierce County, and the United States Coast Guard, and last but not least, our army of volunteers, because without them, none of this would be possible.
It's true, and I want to thank the three of you, because without the three of you, people would not know about this lighthouse and the organization and the passion and the leadership that each of you have brought to this project cannot be measured in grant money and in time. This is something I know that you guys wake up in the middle of the night thinking, did I get this done? Are we ready? Is it going to get there on time? Will it be the right fitting? You know, did I get the newsletter out? Is the website correct?
Right.
So, and thank you so much for understanding that love is in the details, and we need to keep our history alive. And there couldn't be a better thing than the Browns Point Lighthouse, in my opinion. So thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It is really always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you some really great things to think about in this great city, so please go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and above all, pay it forward. And when you come back, as always, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Take care.